Well, turn with me this morning to Matthew chapter 2. And we want to begin reading at verse 1. Hopefully I can see this fine print this morning. Matthew chapter 2 and verse 1 says, Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea. Bethlehem. It said, what good thing can come out of Bethlehem? Evidently, Bethlehem was not a big city and wasn't really a big spot on the map, but what could come out of Bethlehem? Well, you know what Bethlehem means. House of bread, right? House of bread. How many of you ever driven by a bakery? I know they had a bakery in Victoria, and every time you drive by there, boy, you just smell that bread, just kind of want to go in there and buy some. It's house of bread. How many of you believe there ought to be bread in God's house? There ought to be an aroma that comes out of this place. When we assemble together, there should be an aroma. If you're hungry, there's bread in the house. Anybody come with an appetite this morning? I probably made a mistake. I've already got you thinking about lunch. You're not going to think anything about the rest of the message this morning. And this wicked king, he didn't really want to worship Jesus. He said, "Where is the newborn king of the Jews? We saw his star as it rose, and we have come to worship him." And King Herod was deeply disturbed when he heard this, as was everyone in Jerusalem. Satan's always planned since the beginning to kill the promised seed. God said, you're going to have a seed that's going to bruise the head of the serpent. And look through the Old Testament, everywhere Satan is plotting, trying to stop the promised seed. And then his final effort, when Jesus is finally here, he has a wicked king that plans on killing Jesus. He'd like to kill you too. I know there's a plot against you. The enemy would like to kill all the righteous seed. And in the last year, in the 21 days of fasting, which we're going to do again this year, I saw in the Spirit that the enemy has planned and plotted to destroy this last generation. How many believe this is the chosen generation?